the millennial generation and then generations to come after that have an increasing awareness of what's at risk here with the planet that they're going to be living on, that you're going to be living on, and that your children and your children's children are going to be living on. And it requires a different approach to the world. And secondly, it's about individuals. It's about heroes, really. It's about folks who are, passionately motivated to incorporate these values that I'm talking about into their lives and to make decisions every day that make the world a little bit more sustainable. These can be little decisions like how you use energy to get yourself around, or they could be big decisions if you end up in a position to make those kinds of decisions.
From my perspective, I'm wondering if there needs to be a shift within media as an industry. Maybe there needs to be a hero, a leader that causes a shift within media itself to say, hey, if you're going to be a media outlet, we're going to hold you to a certain journalistic standard. And that includes telling stories that reflect reality. And I just was wondering what your views are on that.
At Reuters, we have these principles called trust principles, and they go back about a century, and they basically mandate that we report in an unbiased manner. It's a complex question, and because of the complexity and the diversity and the openness and the legal First Amendment issues in our society, there's not a simple answer to say, well, we should all use this standard for reporting on the world. Does that help at all? I know it's not a simple answer, but I'm not sure there is one to the question.
I guess it is difficult. There's a tension between preserving this First Amendment right, which is so bound in our culture and in our society, versus restricting, let's say, media outlets and what they choose to report on, what they choose not to.
So for me, sustainability is the core issue of our time. Not only for future generations, but also for who we are today. How we craft our companies, how we craft our cities, and how we look at the world as a place for value creation and enjoyment on the planet.
I graduate in the next couple of weeks. I'll be working in for-profit business to address issues relating to waste, water, food, and energy. So what I consider the major sustainability challenges facing humanity.
Yeah, I'm very interested in sustainability within the built environment, so I'll be looking at financing energy efficiency projects in real estate and infrastructure properties.
I'm really interested in the food system, and so I kind of want to work at the intersection of business and small-scale farmers, potentially in the developing world, to try to create scalable, economically viable models for sustainable farming.
I'm interested in trying to learn more and bring more back to my area of expertise of how the government fits into this conversation.
So I've always been interested in energy systems, and from my college days I've been learning about climate change and sustainability, and I took this course really to understand how to have that conversation within a company in a very practical and honest way, and in a way that's going to actually lead to action and lead to change.